God said you couldn't resist a good crisis.
Eobard Thawne? You don't belong here.
And miss the return of Barry Allen?
Happy Injustice 2 week, everybody. This is going to be my review of the game. I also included both endings at the end of the video. Just because this is dropping everywhere, I'm going to do a new round of the Injustice 2 giveaway. It's for a copy of the game. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video, and just a reminder, if you're new to the channel, giveaway winners are usually announced at the end of videos. So the biggest thing about this game, you probably heard a lot about the extra new features that they added into it. It's way bigger than the last game. Everything looks better, everything plays better, but they've also added so many new features. That's mostly the gear system and multiverse mode. So multiverse mode I'll talk about in a second, because story mode is the thing that everybody starts with most of the time first. The story is way bigger than last time. If you played the last game a lot though, a lot of the choices will feel familiar. So if you're like a huge Injustice 2 fan, it is a lot of fun, but some of the really big twists aren't as big as you think they would be. But it is a lot of fun, like the last two endings, which I'll talk about when I get to spoilers at the end. But the amazing thing is that I felt like Harley Quinn from Injustice 2 actually was a better version of the character than she was in Suicide Squad. So the actual story of Story Mode Campaign is just as good as any DC movie as we've gotten so far. Now that might change soon because all the reactions are coming in from Wonder Woman. All the critics really love it way more than any of the movies that have come before. So we'll see about that. But you're basically getting a giant DC movie set in the multiverse, so they play with that in really fun ways. But all the characters were great. It's always awesome to hear Kevin Conroy come back to do the voice of Batman. He's still one of my most favorite Batmans of all time. It is a bummer that a lot of the TV actors can't come play the roles. Like a lot of people wanted Grant Gustin to do the voice of the Flash. But the gameplay is relatively simple. Like if you're just a button masher, you'll still have a lot of fun. Like if you really want to play through story mode super fast the first time, you can just set the game on easy. But if you're super hardcore, you can crank the difficulty up, you get more rewards, you can gear your character out faster, and you can start destroying people in PvP that much faster. And that's a big thing too. Some characters like Superman, Darkseid, they have better specials, they're more powerful, but if you go up against another player that just has way better gear, then you're at a serious disadvantage. But you can use the different story mode, multiverse modes, different parts of the game to gear your character up. So if you just like playing by yourself, you can still gear your character up. And I know the big question too is if you have to buy the premium versions of the game to get all the extra skins and the characters. Like I want Reverse Flash. Does that mean that I have to pay for the $100 version of the game? No, it does not. Everything that you get with those premium versions of the game, you can get through natural gameplay. It just takes you a little bit longer to unlock those things. But I will say combos and special moves are your best friend. The faster you can learn how to unlock like a 7-hit combo, the faster you will play through the game. You can destroy most of story mode, pretty much everything, at least on medium difficulty, as long as you can unlock a few combos. But it's all just a matter of finding a character whose combos you really like and work well against the characters you're going up against. Because as you level up, the types of characters that you fight get a little more difficult. So if you're fighting someone like Bane, who's a grappler, you don't want to use a character to fight him that fights up close, because once he gets his hands on you, it is over. So you might want someone like Green Arrow with more ranged attacks to go up against him. But I haven't seen too many people complaining about the gear. I think it's a cool new addition, but it is a bit of a hassle to try and go around and upgrade your gear. You get low-level gear that seems really cool, but your character levels up really fast. Your gear does not level up with you. You have to level it up with transform tokens, which are a bitch to get, or you just win better gear from the matches. Most of you will probably blow through story mode pretty quickly. I made it through Grodd, which is stage 3, stage 4, pretty fast. After that, it gets a little bit harder, so just make sure you learn those special moves, learn those combos. But the biggest complaint that I've seen so far, and it's totally fair, is that your choices during story mode don't really influence the game that much. Like you get to choose between one or two characters, like you have Black Canary and Green Arrow. You can use one of them to fight during the Grodd matches, but it doesn't really change the outcome once you win the match. Now, when you get to the end, that's different. There are two different endings. There's sort of like the darkest timeline ending, and then there's the more rational ending. And even though it is a fun way to drive the characters forward, the two different endings will feel very familiar to the first game. But I'll play them here, then give my final words on the game. So here we go.
You're okay.
I thought it was too late, but I can feel the heartbeat of Atlantis. Brainiac's work is undone.
Not all of it. I couldn't save everyone.
Some cities are still trapped in the collection. Others were lost, wiped from the ship's memory. Metropolis, Coast City.
But we can still save them, right? Carol? My family?
I'm sorry, Hal.
First Krypton, now Earth? No other world should suffer this.
Clark, no. Even if I agreed that he should die, you can't. We need him alive to save the rest of our cities.
No, we don't. With more time and Cyborg's help, the ship will obey me.
I wish
We were family, Kara.
we still are. I hope someday you'll see that.
Are you all right?
No. This symbol should give people hope. He made them fear it.
That symbol's meaning is up to the person who wears it. When Clark and I founded the Justice League, we didn't govern people. We protected them, plain and simple. Maybe the world could use a team like that again. Welcome to the Circle of Trust.
You bonded with Brainiac's ship.
Brainiac is dead. The remaining cities have been restored, and just like I told you, Earth is at peace.
Under your heel.
I wish you'd come around, Kara. I'm building a new army to protect the Earth. There are billions of warriors trapped in Brainiac's collection. Kryptonians, Daxamites, Zarnians. I'll have a legion whose power rivals the combined Lantern Corps. And I want you to lead it with me.
Never, Cal.
You'll either make the right choice, or I'll make it for you. What's it going to be?
So those are pretty crazy endings, but it's a lot like the first game. Superman wins, things get crazier, Batman wins, things are still a little bit crazy, but not quite as bad. But I think the real value in the game is in the replay, in the way that they're adding new fresh content on a regular basis. So the multiverse mode is really the key to that. So just a reminder, you don't have to buy the most expensive version of the game. You can still get all the cool stuff through natural gameplay with the cheapest version of the game. What's going to happen next is I'm working on a Flash Batman button crossover video. They've announced a whole bunch of stuff about the Marvel movies that are coming up, so I'll try to get those videos out as fast as possible. And we have some Flash finale to talk about. But congratulations to the latest giveaway winner, Jamie2305. Please private message me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. There was a new round in this video. I'll just announce the winner the next time I post a DC video. So you can click here for brand new Flash, and you can click here to rewatch that new Black Lightning trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.